Hello, this is future you, or this. There are many different possibilities for future you, a lot of it depending on the type of man you become on the way to achieving all your goals. So, no bullshit and quick, let me help you with that today. First step is to figure out the actual goals you want. I had a friend come up to me recently who said he felt kind of lost in life. So I asked him what are his goals, and he said he didn't have any. Not having goals and feeling lost is like being in a car and wanting to get in the destination without keying the destination in. And then 5 seconds later he said, "Oh, actually I have a goal. It's to learn a new language," but I can tell he just pulled that goal out his ass because it didn't matter that much to him. He just thought of it because I asked him what his goal was. So I have a really neat analogy here to figure out the actual goals you want. Imagine every aspect of life that you care about as a separate tower. Like this tower is like fitness, this is like money, this is academics, and this is like social life, this is like dating and like whatnot. For your current season of life, imagine you could only build one tower. What tower could you build so high that the other towers don't even fucking matter right now? Just think of that. Because what a lot of people do is they go to one side and then place one block here. They go to another town and they place one block there, and then it would waste a lot of energy between going from one area to the other, right? It's pretty much the same in real life. It's called priority. Priorities don't exist. It's just one priority. Just build one tower so high that the others don't fucking matter, and then once you're done with that, go to the next tower. That's how basically all successful people make progress in all of their goals. Obviously, you don't want to become one-dimensional and just have only one thing going for you, but just make progress in one thing first. Because right now you're making progress in 0 things, so might as well just make it one, right? So do this practice with me right now. Draw out different aspects of your life as a tower and figure out which tower you want to focus on. And the neat thing is some towers like fitness, you can just have it slowly growing while you focus on the main thing, because fitness doesn't take up that much time in the day, right? So you can still focus on your business or academics, for example, while you're also focusing on weightlifting. Number 2 is dopamine. That's actually a common misconception about dopamine. Dopamine is not the happiness chemical. It is actually the pursuit chemical. There was this study where basically they took a group of rats, right? And they basically sort of fried their dopamine receptors, so their dopamine receptors are cooked, right? And then they placed the piece of cheese 6 to 7 inches in front of the rat, but the rat didn't even go towards the food. The rat literally just sat there and starved to death. Does that sound a little bit like you? You could be making progress towards your goals. Your goals aren't too far away from you, but you just sit there so unmotivated. That's literally you, right? You're literally the rat with the cheese in front of him, but you're not motivated to move towards the cheese at all. Funny thing is the same study placed the cheese right in front, within reach of the rat, and the rat actually ate the cheese because it didn't have to move at all. The rat ate the cheese and enjoyed it. But when you just move the cheese a little bit away from the rat, suddenly the rat is just there and it just starves to death, which is so interesting. That mirrors so many people nowadays. When we really desire a bad habit like lust or excessive use of video games, for example, that's our dopamine spiking up. But after we get the pleasure from it, because dopamine is pursuit chemical, but remember that the dopamine goes back down below the baseline level, and that's why we feel so miserable after we do a bad habit. Instead, we want to do the opposite. We want to do stuff that feels hard right now, which will lower our dopamine but then spike it up later. Can you think of anything that feels hard right now but makes you feel better in the future? Maybe finally doing the assignment that was due a week ago, or weightlifting, or making good progress in your business, in your relationships, all that, right? Or going to hug your family. Feels awkward right now, but you feel better afterwards, right? A lot of people feel lost and feel unmotivated. This is textbook lack of dopamine, caused by frying your dopamine receptors of scrolling and bad habits and whatnot. You're sort of hide from the world. You'll sort of just sit there and starve exactly like the rat. The way to solve this is just start by doing some hard things right now, like after this video, just maybe make your bed or like clean the dustbin in your room. Like, it doesn't have to be like this great thing. It just has to be something you've been slacking on, something that feels a little bit hard, but you know that you'll feel better after doing it. That is the definition of delayed gratification, and that is what you want to be doing. Number 3, action. This is the most important part. You can have the healthiest habits in the world, but if you don't do the work required to reach your goal, you won't make progress in the field you care about, right? Imagine like a elite basketball player. He could eat the healthiest food, he could have the best sleep, but if he doesn't train on the basketball court, it doesn't matter, right? The point of the healthy food and sleep is to optimize his actual performance in the basketball court. But if he doesn't go to the court in the first place, there's no point, right? The easiest way to start is to find an accountability friend, someone you actually care about, because like it or not, whether you're an alpha or not, social judgment really matters to you, to your subconscious. Someone you can just yap about what you want to get done for the day. It's very important that he or she shits on you if you don't get done what you said you're going to. I don't have any friends. Well then, frankly, you're kind of a loser and you need to start making progress quickly, bro. It's just the concept of progressive overload. People who go to the gym know this. Like, you trying to go on the full optimized discipline routine is too hard for you. It's like trying to lift 100 kg bench press when you can only do like 50. Imagine someone who went to the gym who tried to do like 100 kg bench press every single time and he kept failing, and then he goes next week again and he keeps failing, and then next week, the week after that, he gets injured and he just quits the gym. What would you tell him? You would just tell him to lower the weight, right? But when it comes to our own lives, like imagine we eat junk food today. Then you say like, oh, I'll eat only protein tomorrow. Oh, wait, this is the most relatable to students. Like when you don't study today, when you're supposed to study 1 hour today, but you don't. And then you say, oh, I'll study 2 hours tomorrow. Like so many students are like that, right? But you can't even do 50 kg, you can't even do 100 kg. Why? That's like not being able to do 100 kg and saying that you'll do 150 kg tomorrow. Like that's just retarded, right? Just go to a weight that you can do and then build up from there. Once you do the 50 kg, then next week you'll recover and be strong enough to do 60 and then slowly build up from there. That's the real sustainable way to do it. It's basically just, progressive overload from the gym and apply it to every aspect of your life. That's really how you start making progress. And a little bit of motivation for you here right now. Remember, before we could ever consider ourselves disciplined, we were just like drifting around from one bad habit to the next. Like we were having so much pleasure, so much fun, but our life still felt fucking shit, alright? Let me tell you that discipline is the real fun, okay? It is discipline that unlocks life with the people you want, that makes you feel fulfilled, that gives you a smile when you wake up every day. It's these disciplined habits like gratitude journaling that when I'm just sitting on the chair, I think like, oh, maybe some kid in like China made this chair that I'm sitting on. I hope he's doing well. Like, have you ever met someone who says like, who hopes that the kid who made the chair he's sitting on is doing well? Like, have you ever met someone like that? And I really hope that you reach this level of being capable of happiness too. And I wish you all the best. Stay good-hearted, stay sexy as well, and let's see just how many people of our generation we can inspire.